Okay, so I have a few problems here with the grid application where some macro is not working as expected. So I'm not sure whether I'm doing something wrong. I would be glad to find out, or perhaps this looks like more likely like it's a bug. So let me show what is happening here. Let me run this grid first and show you how it works, because without the macro that try to apply, it works fine. So I'm gonna put the manual data here. So I have a table here with a customer, and as you see, there is let's see where it is. The customer ID is 431, so that I'm gonna enter in that field, and the plan ID is number one here. So that's what I'm gonna put in that grid. So let's do it. 431, then 1, and let's run this. And when you see this here, I have a field that says active status, and this active status says active here. So when I look up in that particular record, and we scroll down here, it looks correctly. It says active here, so that works perfectly fine. Now, here's what is happening when I go and I try to apply some macro to it, because I simply want, when this is inactive, I want this thing to show in red. So in my code here, let me go to the code on record. I have those few lines of code that I'm gonna now uncomment, and let's see what's going to happen. So basically what it says here is just a simple macro that says when the the field value is inactive, then show the field in this color, which is red, and if not, then show this field in default color, which is black. So I don't personally see there is anything wrong in this code. And let's check what happens when I run it with this code enabled. All right, generating. We should be good. Let's enter the same values, 431 and 1 for the policy. And this weird thing is happening here. It says that this record is inactive. It's the same record, and like I say, if I open this record here in my viewer, it says active. So I don't know what's going on with that, but there is some kind of bug here, and it's not working. I don't know whether this might be caused because I have nested grids here, which don't show up for this particular record because it doesn't have child records attached to it. I probably will have to find out which one does, because I'm working with the real data here. But something is wrong here, and I really didn't understand why. So that's one thing. Now let me show you another problem, which is this application here. That is another grid, and when I go to those settings here, this is the grid for selections. Simply shows some records to select, and those records are populated in the form. So basically there's super simple grid. There is nothing really in it, no nested grids, nothing. And when I go to the settings here, it shows me this message here on the top, and I don't understand why, because I wanted to select the infinite scroll here, and when that infinite scroll popped up, was selected, this message popped up on the screen. When I go here to the nested grid settings, right here, it's obviously the tree view is disabled, and I don't have any nested grid, anything, any links here, so I really don't understand why is this message popping up. There's something wrong again here. So very often it looks to me like Scriptcase has problem updating the changes or something like that. There is some kind of internal buffer, or maybe it's a buffer in the browser itself that does this. Actually, I'm gonna do one more thing here. Let me close a couple things, and I'm gonna simply go and clear my cache to see if this possibly could help. So let me just save all this because it's gonna probably kick me out. So let's clear the history. Alright, everything. Yeah, I'll clear everything. Okay. Yeah, they kicked me out, so let me log in again. Here's that annoying message that asks me for updates, and I really wish this could be fixed because this is super annoying. Every time I start Scriptcase, it just pops up on the screen. So let me go back to these to that folder and select that application. That was this one. All right. So we select infinite scroll, and I get this message here again, while there's nothing set up here. Let's double check this. Yeah, and tree view is set to no. So this looks very much, I mean, definitely like a bug and needs to be fixed. So these are the two issues for today. So if you know any resolutions or workarounds, please post in the comments for this video. And if not, this has to be considered as bugs, and it's addressed to the Scriptcase bug team, and it has to be fixed ASAP because it's basically preventing me from using, for example, this specific grid the way I want it. So that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.